द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर तुम पालो अपना बसेरा। परमात्मा को प्यारे दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके योगी बनो दुलारे। ज्योति बिंदु ही तोड़ेगा ये माया मोह का घेरा। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति शांति ओम शांति। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म मुख से मधुर वाणी बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे ओम ओम। ओम की इस मधुर ध्वनि से किया परिवर्तन। प्रेम शांति सिखा के बदला सभी का जीवन। आदि देव प्रजापिता श्री बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे ओम ओम। सोहनी सूरत मोहनी मूरत ज्ञान के मोती। भव्य मुख पर चंद्रमासी चमकती ज्योति। दिव्य दर्शन दिव्य वाणी बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे ओम विश्व में थी पाप की जब घटा छाई, तब विभूति आप जैसी धरती पे आई। एक तार में बंध के सारे बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे। ओम
Om Shanti. Baba is asking, where are you sitting? Who can say? Where do you sit? So Baba says you are sitting in the court of Indra. Of course, this is the court of Indra then. Baba says, you children are you are so beloved and you are in God's lap. Of course, we experience God's lap, the happiness of being in God's lap now. Baba says, always think that you are in God's lap. Baba says, in order to claim the high status, you should use your resources in a worthwhile way. Baba gives its explanation. Baba says, on the path of devotion, people just perform charitable actions or they even donate. And even, of course, on the path of knowledge also, we just donate everything in the name of God. But there is a difference of day and night between the activities on the path of devotion and the activities of the path of knowledge, because on the path of devotion, whatever we donate, we take in the name of the deity or Sri Krishna. Baba says, there the awareness of that bodily being comes, so the return is also definitely received. Whereas when we give in the name of God, He is also bound to give back. The devotees, of course, they perform charitable actions. Even the beggars, if they beg, they always beg in the name of God. So if you donate 1 rupee to the poor, you will get 1 lakh in return, because they always ask in the name of God, and whatever you do also you do in the name of God. So Baba says at this time where we give directly to Baba, then we get multi-million fold return. That's why Baba says just use your resources, that is your time, your thoughts, your mind, body, wealth. All these things should be used in a worthwhile way so that you get return in that new world. Baba says you can't establish the undivided kingdom with the physical power, whereas the power of yoga does. So to the maximum extent possible, you must remain in the pilgrimage of remembrance and claim your inheritance from Baba and enable others also receive. So let's listen to Baba's Murli, and today's date is 7th May. The essence is, sweet children, you Brahmins are the mouth-born creation of Brahma. Only you receive a third eye of this knowledge from the Father, because we are the decoration. You are now in God's lap. Because you have received the third eye of this knowledge, Brahma is God, the third eye. Neither deities receive nor human beings of the Iron Age receive the third eye. Question: what's the basis of the establishment of undivided kingdom where there is no other religion? Answer: the power of yoga. The undivided kingdom can never be established with physical power. In fact, Christians have so much power that if they were to come together, they could rule the world. However, that's not the law. If the law doesn't say, or it doesn't allow them to rule the world, that's why they don't get together. To establish the one kingdom in the world is the task of the Father alone. Song: leave your throne of the sky and come down to earth. Even if he has come down to the earth, even the devotees just call out, and they have been calling, and whereas we children say that we are sustained by Baba and we are in God's lap, we are being sustained and we are under his canopy of protection. And just look at the fortune of us children. Om Shanti. The meaning of Om Shanti has been explained to you children many times. Om means who am I? It means I am a soul and this body is my organ. I, this soul, I am a resident of the supreme region. I am not the resident of this physical world. I am a resident of the supreme region. This is a wonderful version to go beyond and to just remind you of your supreme abode. We are guests in this physical world. So when you consider yourself as a guest, then you can perform great things. The people of Bharat call out, O resident of the faraway land, come, because there is a lot of defamation of religion and sorrow in Bharat. Come once again and give the message of the Gita. It's only in the Gita that they ask God to come, because this term, that is come again, this shows that the drama just continues, and Baba comes, and he had related the knowledge of the Gita in the previous cycle, and the same thing, it's getting repeated. So they ask God to come. Shiv Baba, come, because he's the father of all. They say there is once again the shadow of Maya, Ravan, because the Maya, Ravan have made you experience sorrow. So Baba says there is the shadow of Maya and Ravan over the residents of Bharat, and this is why everyone is unhappy and impure. They call out, change your form and come here. So they say, just adopt the form which is like our form, so that Baba says, we children call out, change your form and come here. That is, come here in the human form. I do come in a human form. My coming is very divine and unique. I don't enter a womb, I enter an ordinary old body. You children know that I change my incorporeal form and come every cycle. Only the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is the ocean of knowledge. Sri Krishna can never be called this. You can't give these titles to him. The Father says, I have entered this ordinary body and once again teaching you is your Raj Yoga. I have come when the world has become impure. So Baba says, Baba has to come when the world becomes impure. I come to change this iron age into the golden age. There is the picture of Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar. There is establishment through Brahma, destruction through Shankar, and sustenance through Vishnu. Lakshmi and Narayana are the two forms of Vishnu. You children know that Baba has once again changed his form and he has come here. Baba is making the concept of drama very firm because it's the Supreme Teacher, Supreme Father, Supreme Guru. Other gurus can't be called Supreme. This one is all the three, the Father, Teacher and Guru. Physical parents sustain their children and send them to school. It's rare for a child's father to be his teacher too. No one else can say that his father is 3 in 1. Sometimes we come across such cases where a father also is the teacher. All the souls call out to me. They speak of God the Father and He is the Father of souls. This song belongs to the path of devotion. So just leave your throne of the sky and come down to earth. This song is of the path of devotion. Maya doesn't exist in the golden age where you would have to call out there is nothing but happiness. You know that each cycle is 5,000 years. For half a cycle it is the golden and the silver ages, the day, and for another half it is copper and iron ages, the night. You Brahmins are the mouth-born creation of Brahma. The day and night of Brahma, that is of you Brahmins, is remembered. You children have this knowledge of day and night, and Lakshmi and Narayan don't have this knowledge. That is why we don't say that it is the night or day of the Lakshmi Narayan or Vishnu. Baba says instead we use the day and night terms of Brahma. You are now making effort to claim the sun and moon dynasty kingdoms. Then after a cycle you lose your kingdom. So no one apart from you Brahmins has this knowledge. When you have become deities, the knowledge will not remain. It's now the night. No one has this knowledge. That's why it's called the day and night of Brahma, because everyone is at night. No one gets the light, that's why they stumble around. Whereas you children are making effort to claim the sun and moon dynasty kingdoms, and then after a cycle you lose your kingdom. No one apart from you Brahmins has this knowledge. When you have become deities, so do you have the intoxication where Baba says, Baba is making us master oceans of knowledge. Baba has the intoxication and pride that no one has the knowledge except my children. So you become deities and then you don't have this knowledge. It's now the night of Shiva is remembered. They also speak of the night of Sri Krishna, but they don't understand the meaning of that. Of course, the Sri Krishna was born at midnight, but it was said on the path of devotion, but actually he is the prince of the golden age, and there is a secret behind saying that he was born at midnight. So Baba says, they say but they don't understand the meaning of that. The birthday of Shiva means there is the reincarnation of Shiva. The day of such a father should be celebrated for a minimum of 1 month. They don't even have a holiday of the one who makes the whole world pure from impure. The father says, I am the liberator to everyone. I become everyone's guide and take them back home. You are now making effort to learn Raj Yoga. The father is now giving you each of you a third eye of this knowledge. No one knows what the form of a soul is. They say that don't give sorrow to my soul. Then if you say that, then who are you? You are considering yourself as a body. So the father says, you souls are neither thumb-shaped nor of an infinite light. You are stars just like points. Baba just explains the difference between the soul and the supreme soul. I, this soul, I am a point. However, I don't take rebirth. My praise is different because I am the supreme. I don't enter the cycle of the birth and death. So you souls enter bodies and you don't realize that you are souls. It is soul who remembers the Father. Souls always remember him when they are unhappy. Oh God, oh merciful Baba, have mercy. You ask for mercy because that Father is the one who is full of knowledge, blissful and full of purity. Because Baba is complete in 100% in all the qualities. He is knowledgeful, blissful, and he is ever pure. He is the full of knowledge. He is the ocean of knowledge. Whatever is the praise of the Supreme Soul can't be given to human beings. It's only the Father's task to give bliss to the whole world. No one can be merciful as Baba. And he creates a creation with, Baba says, he's the creator and rest of the things are his creation. A creator creates a creation. He first adopts a wife, then creates a creation with her and then sustains that creation. He doesn't destroy it. This unlimited Father comes and inspires establishment, sustenance and destruction. He inspires the sustenance of the original eternal deity religion. The kingdom gets instantly established at the beginning of the golden age, and those of the other religions just establish their own religions. When that religion has gone, when it grows to the hundreds of thousands or millions, their kingdom comes into the existence because the souls from up above come. Because at this time Baba has to make a lot of effort to sustain and to make the souls worthy of going into the kingdom. You are now establishing your kingdom and you become the masters of the whole world with the power of yoga. No one can rule the world with physical power. Baba has explained that the Christians have so much power that if they were to come together, they could rule the whole world. However, it's not the law for anyone to be able to claim the kingdom of the world with the physical power. It is not the law in the drama for those with physical power to become the masters of the world. If they realize this, then they don't get into the conflicts. It's also meant in the drama for them not to understand. The Father explains, only through the power of yoga can the kingdom of the world be received from me. There is no other partition there. The earth, there is so much partition, there is a limit over even the elements. So Baba says, just look how much big mansions are built for each king. Anyone can build anything. So the earth and the sky all belong to you. No one can even touch you. and there will be no one to touch you. That's called the undivided kingdom. And here there are innumerable kingdoms. The Father explains, I teach you children this Raj Yoga every 5,000 years. Sri Krishna's soul is now studying this. Sri Krishna was the number one prince. He has now become Brahma at this time, that is at the end of his 84 births. It's been explained to you children that the world cycle turns. The Father is once again establishing heaven. All the innumerable religions definitely have to be destroyed. Baba establishes heaven. Then there will be the establishment of one religion. When Bharat was 100% solvent, it was elevated in its religion. How wealthy Bharat was. The actions of the deities were so elevated, the wealthy ones. What's the basis of the abundance in that new world? That is, if my actions are elevated, if I just accumulated wealth through wrong means, then I'll never be happy. Instead, that gives sorrow. So Baba says the actions of the deities were also elevated, their praise is sung, full of all virtues. If they were pure at first, they were actually pure at first and they have now become impure. The Father comes and once again makes the both men and women pure. No one knows why the festival of Raksha Bandhan is celebrated so much. So Baba says, no one can enable the souls get together and lead a pure life except Baba. The Father came back and took a promise from you that you would both remain pure in this last birth. Baba just protects the souls from the influence of these vices. And Baba just enables us tie Rakis. They just tie Rakis without knowing its significance. The religion of sannyasis is completely separate. So Baba had enabled us to take this promise in the previous cycle, and the same thing is happening now. The knowledge, the devotion and the disinterest are for you. You must have seen how priests walk with their eyes looking in one direction. So first, they don't have any need to perform the devotional activities, because once the disinterest is there, then you will just claim the kingdom. You must have seen how the priests walk with their eyes looking in one direction. They don't look at anyone else at all. They are also nuns and they remember Christ. It's also said that the Christ, they don't even speak among themselves. They walk with that concentration in the remembrance of Christ. So Baba just takes this example and he reminds us to be in the remembrance of Baba while walking. So it was said that Christ was the Son of God. You are souls. You have no connection with the white clothes. You belong to none but one. You just have to remember the one. You are true nuns. You are to receive the inheritance from that Baba. It's only by remembering him your sins will be absolved. This is why the Father's order is constantly remember me alone. Because of not having faith that they are souls, nuns remember Christ. They don't know who God is. They don't realize themselves as souls. That is why they remember Christ, because they don't know. When we realize our original form, then obviously the remembrance becomes natural. They don't know who God is. When we don't know about ourselves, then how do we know about God? Even the people of Bharat who come first don't know anything. Lakshmi and this knowledge continues from the time immemorial. They say Lakshmi and Narayan neither have this knowledge of the world. So if they realize that they are coming down the ladder and they would lose the kingdom, then the intoxication, happiness of ruling the kingdom also disappears. That's why Baba says Lakshmi and Narayan neither have the knowledge of the world nor they Trikaldarshi. You Brahmins become Trikaldarshi. We children become the spinners of the discourse of self-realization, and we become Trikaldarshi, Trilokinath. Baba gives the wings of the knowledge and the yoke with which we can just take a tour around the three worlds. The Father changes you from shells into diamonds. So do you have such diamond merchants or jeweler who changes you from shells into diamonds? You are now in God's lap, and this last birth of yours is so we have to remember that we are in God's lap, and the last birth of yours is so invaluable. You are doing the spiritual service of Bharat in particular and Bharat in world in general. Why is your birth valuable? Because you are the one who does service. You particularly serve the whole world in general and Bharat in particular. Other people are just physical social workers, whereas you are spiritual ones. It is the Supreme Spirit who is teaching you. Tell every soul to remember the Father. Only the Father is remembered as the purifier. It takes you 84 births to come down and then take you 1 second to climb up again. This is your final birth in this land of death. The moment you realize you have the faith that Baba has come and we belong to Baba and Baba belongs to me. So when you have that faith, then you get a passport to go into that new world, and in order to claim the high status in that new world, we have to study. This is your last birth in this land of death. So there is the defeat for the land of death and victory for that land of immortality. This is also called the story of immortality. There is a story of the immortality where the immortal Father comes and he tells the story of the immortality, and he makes you souls immortal, and he takes you into the age of the immortality. So Baba says that's the age of the immortality. That is the new golden age. The Father says, oh, there you don't come across this untimely deaths. It's not that the soul will be in the same costume for 1000 to 50 years. No, the soul shuts the body at that perfect time. The Father says, okay, if you forget everything else, simply have the faith that you are souls and remember me, your Father. Baba says, you can't remember everything, just remember that you are a soul and remember the Father. Connect your intellects in yoga to me and your sins will be burnt and you will then become Baba gives the guarantee that if you connect your intellect with Baba, if you remember me, the sins of multiple births will be burnt. Who gives us such a guarantee except God? What will happen when the sins are burnt? Then you will become a charitable soul. You will change from humans into deities, and this is not a new thing. The Father has come after 5000 years and is giving you your inheritance. Ravan then curses you. He just does everything against Baba's directions. This is a play. This story is only about Bharat. Only the Father explains these things, and it's not mentioned in any of the Vedas or scriptures, etc. And that's why the God, the Father, is called the knowledgeful one, peaceful and blissful one. He also makes you similar because we get the peace when we have the knowledge. Baba has mercy for us children, and Baba gives us this knowledge with which we become peaceful. He also makes you similar to himself. It's not that he himself is perfect, knowledgeful, peaceful and blissful, but he also makes children like him. He also makes us be merciful. Those who are sad, who are filled with the sorrow, it's your duty to show them the path of happiness. Because you are the children of the ocean of mercy. So you too were worthy of worship, and you then become worshippers. Then from being worshippers, you become worthy of worship. This doesn't apply to God. It refers to you people of Bharat. At first you only worshipped Shiva. You performed on the path of devotion. They just take the titles of God and they give their own titles to God. We souls become the worthy of worship and the worshippers, whereas they give these titles to God. He runs the entire play and he is the worthy of worship. He becomes a worshipper. So Baba gives the clarity that Baba is ever worthy of worship. So you performed unadulterated devotion, then you started worshipping the deities and you continued to calm down. You are now once again becoming deities. You study a little, will become a part of the subjects. Those who study well, Baba is not teaching the subjects yoga. So what's the basis of becoming subjects? Those who don't become Raj Yogis, they become a part of the subjects. There is one subjects yoga and there is one Raj yoga. Those who study well and teach others will become a part of the royal family. Many subjects are created. Baba says some visitors come at exhibitions, they become subjects. An emperor would have hundreds of thousands or millions of subjects. You are making efforts exactly as you did in the previous cycle. It can be seen from each one's effort who will become the part of the rosary. Of the subjects too, some become wealthy and some become poor. On the path of devotion, people donate in the name of God. You don't find everyone just like you have different or all the types of souls in that kingdom. So people donate in the name of God on the path of devotion. So do you think he doesn't have anything when you take the name of God? You just give only to take from him. You deposit something into the bank. You don't deposit since the bank doesn't have anything. You just deposit everything in the bank just to have your interest earned. So just because God is the bestower and we just donate in the name of God to take the return from him. So doesn't God have anything? They say they are offering everything to Sri Krishna. In fact, it's all offered to God. Whatever they do, they receive the fruit of that in the next birth. They receive it for one birth. The Father says, we definitely receive the result of our actions, whether it's the result of the charitable actions or the sinful actions. If we don't receive in this birth, definitely next birth. The Father says, I have now come to, definitely we will receive. The Father says, I have now come to give you your inheritance of 21 births. Whatever you do directly in my name, you receive the reward of that for 21 births. When you do it indirectly, you receive temporary happiness for one birth. The Father explains, Baba doesn't keep anyone's share, he just returns. So Baba says, the elements, they are Baba's helpers. All the people of the world who will be turned to dust when the destruction takes place, who will take care of the cleaning process? The entire cleaning is taken care by the natural calamities. The elements also become, they also support in Baba's task. That's why they are called God's helpers. That's why they are worshipped on the path of devotion, because these elements, they just carry out the cleaning task. They all call the elements, the sun, moon as deities. So the Father explains, everything of yours is going to turn to dust. Therefore, use everything you have in a worthwhile way. Continue to open a spiritual university come hospital where everyone will become ever healthy, ever wealthy. A lot of income is earned through this. You receive health through yoga and wealth by knowing the cycle. As you progress further, there will be a time where everything comes to a stop, but there will be a boom for the spiritual income or the spiritual knowledge. You receive health through yoga and wealth by knowing the cycle. Therefore, continue to open such universities come hospitals in every home. The soul becomes healthy when the soul's sinful actions are burnt through yoga. So when there are many important people, open a big center where many others can come. Write on your boards just as those who perform nature cures do. The Father changes the nature of everyone and makes it pure. They do nature cure, whereas Baba just changes the natures of everyone. At this time, all are impure. It is the Father who makes the whole world ever healthy, ever wealthy, and He is teaching you children. You are the most sweet children. How much Baba loves His children. We are His beloved children. So our duty is to just carry on the business that Baba does. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you spiritual children, and we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance and say good morning, namaste to the mother, father and Bap Dada. The essence for Dharana, the first one, engage yourself in doing spiritual service during this invaluable life of yours. Serve Bharat in particular and the world in general. First, we must realize the value of this life. Second, in order to use everything you have in a worthwhile way, offer it directly to God. Open a spiritual hospital come university. Definitely everything is it will anyways turn to dust. Today's blessing, may you become free from all attractions and with your constant and stable stage experience super sensuous joy. May you become free from all attractions and with your constant and stable stage experience super sensuous joy. If there is any attraction towards the object, towards any person, then you can't be on a stable stage, because these things create obstacles. Because everything is going through the changes. So if we are attracted towards that, then our stage also it gets fluctuated. Baba is ever constant, He is stable. So when we are attracted towards Baba, then our stage becomes stable, and when our stage is stable, then we will be able to experience the super sensuous joy. Else our stage also gets fluctuated. If the stage itself is not stable, then how do we experience super sensuous joy? Just like the tube light, it just blinks, then there is no use with that kind of stage. Then one becomes fed up and others are also fed up. That's why go beyond the attractions of this world and be stable and constant in your stage and experience super sensuous joy. When you become free from any attractions of the senses or all your relations, you will then be able to experience super sensuous joy. When you are influenced by any of the senses, the different things that attract you create obstacles in you experiencing super sensuous joy and being happy. However, when your intellect becomes free from all attractions and stabilized on one thing, all the upheaval finishes. Then, by having a constant and stable stage, you experience super sensuous joy. When the upheaval finishes, the intellect will not wander here and there, then the soul experiences super sensuous joy. Slogan: keep the line of your intellect constantly clear, you will be able to know the feelings of others. They will not be affected by the sanskars or the natures of others. When we don't understand the feelings of others, then we get affected. That will affect our stage. Once we understand, then we will be careful while dealing. Today's subject signal: constantly experience an unshakable, immovable and constant stage. To remain unshakable in the midst of any type of upheaval is a sign of an elevated Brahmin. To remain unshakable in the midst of any type of upheaval is a sign of an elevated Brahmin. When everything is perfect and I am peaceful, it's not a great thing. My stability at the time of chaos is a sign of the elevated Brahmin. The world may be in upheaval and you elevated souls can't fluctuate. Why? You know every scene of the drama. Why can't we get disturbed? Because we know the every scene of Brahma. Baba has given the knowledge of the every scene, and the knowledgeful and powerful souls remain constantly and naturally unshakable. So you must never become afraid of the atmosphere, but remain constantly fearless. The one who is knowledgeful will definitely become powerful, because the knowledge becomes the light, and then the soul will be able to discern the right and wrong, and then the soul will be able to connect with the Almighty and take the power, so that the soul can remain unshakable. Don't get scared of the atmosphere, remain constantly fearless. We are in the battlefield. The biggest virtue in the battlefield is your courage. If you have the courage, you will be able to just use the smallest weapon and gain the victory. If you are scared, however refined or however advanced technology you may use, the weapon or the defense system what you have, you will still lose the. So Baba says the virtue of this courage will make you unshakable. All the pillars of the sacrificial fire, they had become separated and they had reached the subtle region. And 12th May is the remembrance day of respected Jagdish brother. I was told of course everyone knows him. Whatever book you take out, you will come to know his far-sightedness and what is his unlimited perspective. Or that's why Baba gave the title Sanjay to him. Those who are blind, how can we give the knowledge of this light, the light of this knowledge to the ones who are blind? The literature, so the literature which was written by him became the means of uplifting the souls, and the souls just were awakened through his literature, and Baba's children also were benefited a lot. So such a soul, great soul. So we have such great souls among us, and we can never forget such souls. Once I met him and he was not well. So I just asked, where do you get time to get so many references while writing a book? I'm not sure. How do I get the books? Baba helps. I get from this place or any other place. I just accumulate and then I start giving the references and I try to explain. So once, because those books have such fantastic content that he will not be able to just ignore. Om Shanti. All the department heads are requested to be at Dadiji's meeting hall at 6:30 p.m. You are going to have a conversation about the self-progress and the intense efforts required at this time, where Sharda Didi and Chandrika Didi will be taking the class. All the Sevadari brothers and sisters of Shantivan are requested to be at Dadiji's meeting hall, where you will be given your godly gift. You are requested to carry your ID card. All the brothers and sisters who have received that book slip, who have given your names for the book, all are requested to be at the meeting hall behind the stage, where the trans messenger sister comes and meets all of you. The Madan brother of Oversea, who has been rendering Baba's services since 4 years, he has taken Bab Dada's lap. On 11th May there is 13th day. Let's send good wishes to that soul on his onward journey. We will offer book to Baba along with the trans messenger sister. The evening meditation from 6 to 8 is at conference hall. Om Shanti. Today I reached the subtle region to offer bhog to Baba. We also keep the bhog in front of Baba, and I also give the special love and remembrance to Baba. Today because I had received few calls from Delhi sisters about offering bhog to Baba, respected brother Jagdish, before only, as he would be in the subtle region. So I said, okay, I'll give your remembrance. Baba just emerged Jagdish brother with a lot of love, and Baba started saying, and he started asking him, child, how are you? He responds, Baba, I'm all right. I'm just doing my service. Then Baba just asks questions. When will you reveal Baba? After listening to this question, Jagdish brother started saying, so this was my desire, and from the moment I became Baba's child, and this was the question, I always had that zeal and enthusiasm to do such service, and whatever thoughts I had created, whatever wishes I had, but I could not fulfill them because Baba, you called me here. Then Baba said, Baba did not call you, but Brahma made. As per Brahma plan, you had to reach here in order to become an instrument for another type of service. But wherever I am, I'm able to do the service through words and mind. Baba, while listening to Jagdish brother's responses, he was very happy. He just made him sit beside him. Then I told Baba, I also reached here while taking the love and remembrance of many other sisters and brothers. And while accepting that, Baba just emerged a scene. I'll show you a scene. Baba has a very strong kind of a container. As he opens that, there is some valuable things. That is, you find divine virtues and powers and the jewels of the knowledge and the experiences from these virtues and powers and the knowledge. All these things are stored in that. Then Baba said, Baba just opens that, and Baba gives to every child. And children, you have to open your aprons to get it filled with the jewels. And many children were immersed. So some just open their hankies, or they just open their aprons to fill the jewels. Whatever the mine of virtues which was given to that soul, that soul made that mind their own, and another soul came in front of Baba. Child, just open your container or apron where Baba just fills. Then Baba just gave that, filled that apron with the powers. So when Baba was giving the blessings, there was the hole in the apron because of which the leakage started. And the third one came with the hanky. Baba said, child, handle with care what Baba is giving. Baba is also giving them, whether you call them as powers or the power of yoga, knowledge or divine virtues or powers. The moment Baba gave them that hanky slipped from their hands. Baba said, look, child. Baba is looking among his children this, and what he also wishes to see that which child has made himself so strong and powerful because of you being weak. Whatever Baba is giving, that's fallen. Baba, from the moment he came into this physical world, from the time or the moment, Baba has always started being the bestower, and he has given everything to his children. Some children become tired even while taking. The bestower is not tired, and the ones who have to take are tired. Because this is such an it's the highest destination of the knowledge, and it has got such an incredible value. If the minds are weak, if the souls are weak, and the soul creates such weak thoughts, then whatever powers are received, because of the leakage, the soul will not experience that power. So Baba is giving the blessing, that is, he distributes all his treasures equally among his children, and the bestower isn't tired till today, whereas you children become tired and you don't take all the treasures from Baba, and as per the time many situations are to come, and you will get lost or flooded in those situations, and you become weak and you forget Baba's remembrance even. So while showing this scene, Baba just is explaining with a lot of love. And we could just feel the attitude or the love of Baba being the bestower, and what the bestower has for his children. Baba is giving so much, whether at the gross level, he makes everything like he has given abundance to his children, whether at the gross level or at the subtle level, that is with the virtues and powers. Sometimes you children become weak because of your own flaws. So Bo was in front of Baba, and Baba accepted Bo with a lot of love, and all the sisters and brothers whose remembrance was given, Baba also gave in return the love-filled remembrance. And Baba just emerged Brother Jagdish, and he just fed Bo to him, and all other souls were emerged and they were fed Bhog. Baba said that there is a lot of power in Bhog. Whatever thoughts are which are created by Baba, Baba just emerges our children. Baba also gave the love-filled remembrance, and while carrying that, I just reached down. Om Shanti. Thank you. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Ratan Mohini ji. Is there complete silence? Is there complete silence? Or something goes on inside, I am Baba's and Baba is mine? Silence or any thought? Baba says always remain happy and look for methods to remain happy. Whenever a thought comes, pick up the Murli and read, it will run away. Is there any thought now? No, no thoughts. It is said, how can thoughts be stopped? Why will it be so? The thought is the power of my soul. I shouldn't create thought. Who will do it? Why will it come? This practice, there is still time. To practice this, keep doing whatever Baba says. Memorize Baba's versions firmly and practice them very often. That is again and again. Om Shanti.